Hi, my name's Victoria Wright. I'm going to talk to you today about a piece of equipment that I've been using for the last couple of years. It just looks like a pen, and it is a pen, but it's a bit more than just a pen. It's a Livescribe pen, which means that it's terribly clever, and what it can do is, as you write in a special pad that it comes with, it can also record audio that when you connect it to your PC, you can make a really nice animated PDF file. So if you've got things that you want to communicate to students, for example, we use it to show students how to calculate different types of statistics, you can actually do a kind of written walkthrough, that demonstrates to the students how you actually do the calculation, and they can play that back as many times as they want. They can skip to various points in it and they can see exactly what you were doing at the time you were speaking. So I'm just going to give you a little demonstration of how we use it. Okay, so with the Livescribe Pen, you get a special notebook with it. And the reason the notebook is special is you have some controls here at the bottom. And you use these controls by just tapping them with the pen. So when you're ready to start a recording, you can see there's a record button just here at the bottom. You press record. And then on your pen it says record. I don't suppose you can see that so well. And then you can just start writing. So I'm going to be demonstrating something called a Spearman correlation for my students. So you simply start writing and you can use the controls as you go. So if you want to take a short pause while you sort of think about what you want to say or do next, you just press the pause button at the bottom and the recording pauses. When you finish writing, you simply press stop. These arrows here let you navigate through. There's a set of menus on the pen where you can copy and delete recordings that you've made. But you can also do that when you connect to the software that comes with it. So you don't necessarily need to use those to delete stuff. You can do that once you've transferred it to the PC. So I'm just going to carry on writing out a calculation to demonstrate to my students how to carry it out. And then I'm going to show you how to transfer that to a PC. So to get your recording that you just made onto your PC, you need to get the cradle that comes with the pen, and you've plugged it into your USB port, and you simply put the pen on just like that, and your computer makes a beeping sound, and then in a second it will come up on your screen in the Livescribe software. Okay, so I'm going to show you now how to get the recording from your pen onto your PC. So before you can transfer them, you need a piece of software called Livescribe Desktop. I think you can get it from livescribe.com/install, and you simply download and install it, and then you can connect your pen via the cradle. And we can look then at what's in the notebook. So it basically stores copies of everything that has been recorded by the pen, unless you've gone in and deleted it. So the recordings that I made just now are here. They're pages 12 and 13. If I want to look at them more closely, I can double click them and I can go in and I can have a look at it. But what I want to do for now is I want to get them onto my PC. So I'm going to select the pages that I want, which is pages 12 and 13 in this case. And I'm going to right click them and choose send pages to computer. So you've got a few choices there, but computer is the best because it gives you the choice then of how you want to store it. And what you really want to be looking for here is something called a Pencast PDF. So that is going to give you the animation with the narration over the top as well. You have got a few more options here. So if you only want to use part of the audio, or you just want to choose which sections you use, you can do that. But for now, I'm just going to choose to send pages with audio and send it to file type Pencast PDF. So you just press continue, and then it'll kind of chug away for a few seconds, and it'll say processing document at the top while it's saving it into a PDF file. And then you get a choice to save it. So I'm going to call this demo correlation, and I'm going to save it. And then once you've done that, you can open your file up. So all my pencasts are stored on the desktop in a folder. And one thing that's really important to remember is when you open up the files that you've just created, you have to open them with Adobe Reader 10 or later. If you use 9 or before, you don't get the narration and the animation. It's got to be 10 or greater. So I'm going to choose Open with Adobe Reader 10. And if I just give it a second, it will open up on screen. And you'll know if you've opened it in the right version of the software, because if you haven't, you get a message telling you to upgrade your Adobe Reader. So what you'll get now is you can see the writing that I made on the pad is now in green, and when I move around on it, I've got a little red spot. And if I press play on the controls here at the bottom, it will start to narrate what it was that I wrote, and by moving the red dot I can jump to particular places in the document and so on.